Usha Vance, alongside her husband, Vice President J.D. Vance, departed for Michigan on Friday, March 14, to promote American manufacturing. For the journey, Usha chose a sophisticated Ted Baker midi wool and cashmere wrap coat, priced at $525. Crafted from wool and Ted Baker's signature wrap style, the coat featured a high neck collar and metallic-tipped belt, adding an elegant touch to her travel ensemble. During their visit to Michigan, Usha and JD arrived at MBS International Airport in Freeland before heading to Bay City. At Vantage Plastics, where JD addressed the crowd alongside plant owner Paul Aultman and small business administrator Kelly Loeffler, Usha opted for a chic Ted Baker Bisslee Chatsworth sheath dress, complete with a waist belt. The dress highlighted her poised yet practical style as she supported her husband's focus on American industry. While delivering his remarks at the factory, JD couldn't resist a playful jab at Usha's unwavering composure.
I think she's doing a great job as Second Lady of the United States, and I'm so proud to have her by my side. And here's the thing, because the cameras are all on, anything that I say, no matter how crazy, Usha has to smile and laugh and celebrate it.
Usha, ever graceful, took the jest in stride, her smile unwavering in the now familiar Ted Baker dress. That same dress made an earlier appearance back in November 2022, when Usha wore it to celebrate JD's midterm election victory at a party in Columbus, Ohio. Her choice to rewear the piece connects her current activities to that triumphant moment, showcasing a consistent yet timeless fashion sensibility that suits both milestone celebrations and official duties. Before traveling to Michigan, Usha Vance joined her husband, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, on Wednesday, March 12, to welcome Irish Taoiseach Michael Martin and his wife, Mary Martin, to the Vice President's residence in Washington, D.C. The visit was marked by a St. Patrick's Day-themed breakfast, where the attendees embraced shades of green with their fashion choices nodding to Ireland's national color. Mixing and matching, Usha Vance wore a navy blue double-breasted blazer with gold buttons by Veronica Beard, priced at $695, paired with bright teal slim-fit pants that end at the ankle. She completed the look with a black turtleneck top beneath the blazer, navy heels, and gold jewelry, striking a balance between bold and sophisticated. While giving a speech about St. Patrick's Day, J.D. Vance nodded to his wife's outfit. "It's also a really great opportunity for Usha to wear her pair of green pants. She's had these in the closet for years and finally gets to break them out," he said. In contrast, Melania Trump's St. Patrick's Day looks exuded elegance with a nod to the occasion. In 2018, she turned heads in a vibrant emerald green leopard print sheath dress by Brandon Maxwell, paired with Christian Louboutin heels, while in 2019, she opted for a chic mint green shirt dress with a black, white, and green print, cinched with a matching belt and complemented by mint green heels. Both outfits highlighted her knack for polished, occasion-appropriate style. Embracing the green theme this year, Mary Martin wore an emerald midi dress with a scooped neckline, three-quarter sleeves with flared bell cuffs, and a fabric belt tied at the waist. She carried a black Chanel bag and completed the look with silver jewelry. J.D. Vance and Michael Martin opted for classic tailoring, wearing navy suits with white button-down shirts and green ties. During a meeting with the Irish Taoiseach, Vice President J.D. Vance unintentionally stole President Trump's attention with his choice of socks. Seated between Trump and the Taoiseach, Trump was about to address inflation when he paused mid-sentence, his focus shifting to Vance's footwear.
I have to speak of inflation. I love these socks. What's with these socks? President Trump. I'm trying to stay focused, but I'm very impressed with the VP's.
Vance lifted his trouser leg to reveal cream-colored socks adorned with shamrocks, a nod to St. Patrick's Day. "It's in honor of the Taoiseach," he explained. One day after hosting the Irish Taoiseach, Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha Vance, attended a symphony performance at the John F. Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., on March 13, 2025. As the couple entered the auditorium, some audience members began booing. The Vances took their seats in a balcony box, speaking quietly to each other as the reaction continued. During the incident, J.D. Vance was observed sipping a drink, smiling, and waving to the crowd. The booing started just as pre-concert announcements were being made. The noise subsided once the National Symphony Orchestra began its performance, and the Vances remained for the entire concert. A video of J.D. Vance entering the Kennedy Center, posted on X, has garnered 6 million views. Reactions on the platform varied, with some users expressing support for the vice president. One commenter described Washington, D.C. as a hive of villains and scum, while another suggested the booing was a great sign for Vance's future. Other remarks speculated about his potential presidency in 4 years and questioned the motives of the crowd, with one user asking if the reaction reflected bias against the Vances as an interracial couple. J.D. Vance's wife, SLOTUS Usha Vance, was recently appointed by President Donald Trump to the Kennedy Center's Board of Trustees, alongside White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Trump advisor Dan Scavino, Fox News host Laura Ingraham, and Allison Lutnick, wife of Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Trump, who assumed the role of chairman after dismissing the previous board, has outlined plans to reshape the institution. In a statement, he criticized past programming, saying, "Just last year, the Kennedy Center featured drag shows specifically targeting our youth. This will stop." He added, "The Kennedy Center is an American jewel and must reflect the brightest stars on its stage from all across our nation. For the Kennedy Center, the best is yet to come." J.D. Vance has been subjected to an intense drumbeat of negative coverage in the weeks since being chosen as Trump's running mate last year, and has a negative net favorability rating.
Well, one really good piece of advice that someone gave me is just not to read the news that much. And it's not burying your head in the sand or anything like that. It's just, JD's out there, he's talking about all sorts of things, he's thinking all sorts of things, and I just think he deserves to have someone in his life who hears it straight from him and doesn't just hear what other people are saying about him all the time. And so I think that really helps.
When being asked about Vance's childless cat lady's remarks in 2021, which have come under sharp criticism and portrayed as attacks on all women who don't have children, Usha has said he was taken out of context.
I took a moment to look and actually see what he had said and try to understand what the context was and all that, which is something that I really wish people would do a little bit more often. And the reality is, he made a quip in service of making a point that he wanted to make that was substantive, and it had actual meaning.
Asked about what she would say to anyone offended by her husband's comments, Usha said that her husband would never, ever want to say something to hurt someone who was trying to have a family, who really was struggling with that. He made that clear at the time, and he's made that clear today. And we have lots of friends who have been in that position. It is challenging and never, ever anything that anyone would want to mock or make fun of. And I also understand there are a lot of other reasons why people may choose not to have families, and many of those reasons are very good," she added. Usha and J.D. Vance married in 2014 and have 3 children. Ewan Blaine Vance, age 8. The Vice President and Second Lady's eldest son, Ewan, was born on June 5, 2017. In February 2024 on the Senate floor, Vance gave some insight into his family life, calling out his 6-year-old baby boy before correcting himself joyfully, saying his son was not so much of a baby anymore. Vivek Vance, age 5. The second family welcomed their middle child and second son in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Vivek Vance turned 5 in February. When Vance took the opportunity to reference his children on the Senate floor on February 12, 2024, it was his second son's birthday, so the then-senator wished his son a happy birthday by reading the well-known Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. While the Vances tend to keep their children out of the political spotlight, the vice president did post about his son after the two went to Missouri for a fishing trip. Mirabel Rose Vance, age 3. The youngest child and only daughter of the family is Mirabel Vance, born in December 2021. The baby of the family even made a special appearance during one of the vice president's blooper reels during his race for a Senate seat. She most recently stole hearts during the presidential inauguration, when she was seen sitting on her mother's lap with a series of bluey band-aids on her fingers. There is nothing that he cares more about than being there for his kids, the second lady said. He wakes up, after a really late night of travel. He wakes up at 6 a.m. to make sure that they have some elaborate breakfast the next day. She added, he is just determined to be there for them. Thank you for tuning in to the Billionaire Dynasty. Goodbye, and we'll see you in the next video.